to invite up one of our other board to a very, very, very special student.
Good evening, everybody. I was particularly happy to be asked to present this award because I am a parent of an MCW graduate, and her father is also a medical society member sitting out there in the audience.
Too.
And as is her aunt and her uncle and her grandparents. So it was cool to have this particular opportunity. The Student Leader Award is reserved for an exceptional student, someone who has demonstrated leadership, a passion for a key healthcare issue, and a desire to make our community a better place. And receiving this distinguished recognition this year is Megan Beck.
Megan should come up.
And Megan is a third-year medical student at the Medical College of Wisconsin, and she is a passionate advocate for victims of human sex trafficking in the Milwaukee area. She led the design of a survey of healthcare providers to pinpoint the learning needs to assist them to identify these victims. And she has led efforts at MCW to educate her peers and to open dialogue around the topic of human sex trafficking. And in addition, she has advocated for further education in this area at both the state level and the national level. She also finds time to go beyond the typical student duties around the clinic volunteer clinics, and she serves as a clinic coordinator and a scheduler at the MCW Saturday Free Clinic. Megan is truly an inspiring example for many of her peers, and we are very excited to see how she will impact the future of healthcare in the Milwaukee area, and we anticipating hearing a lot more about her leadership efforts in this area. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce this year's Student Leader Award recipient, Megan Beck.
I'm amongst such amazing company here with such incredible and inspiring leaders, amongst other physicians and community partners, as well as my fellow students. I'm just really inspired by what everyone's doing here and their commitment to making Milwaukee a healthier and happier place. Many of you know we have to do a project as part of our graduation. And when I started to think about what I would want to work on for 2 or 3 years and not become bored by, I thought, well, what am I really passionate about? And I knew that human trafficking was a really big issue. And unbeknownst to me, it's a particular issue here in Milwaukee because it's an epicenter between Chicago as well as the Twin Cities. So we have a number of victims locally. And I thought, well, there must be really a healthcare aspect to this. So one of my fellow students, Megan Lanier, who's here tonight, I'm not sure where she is, she's over there. She's also very passionate about this issue, so we teamed up with Dr. Melzer, as well as Dr. Rabbit over there, and now a new student, Sydney, who's around here too, she's over there. And we're all very committed to this issue. We've worked on education, as well as developing awareness amongst the medical college and physicians, and exciting to know that, especially amongst the child advocacy group at Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, with the increased awareness as well as training, we've really identified countless more victims that we never would have otherwise identified. And this really, just as we were talking about healthcare disparities in Milwaukee, this is a unique patient population that has very specific medical concerns. And if we don't know that this is a problem, then how in the world are we going to look for these victims and then subsequently be able to connect them with the appropriate resources they require? So I'm really humbled and honored by this and grateful to the society and their commitment to making policy changes as well as advocacy for this patient population that's so near and dear to my heart. And in addition, I've worked a lot with the Free Clinic, and I was a former manager for the Free Clinic, and there's some other managers amongst here who I know used to work there as well. And by far, being a member of the Free Clinic Board as well as working on this project are the best things I've done in medical school. I'm really inspired by what everyone's doing here, and I hope that this will just continue on in the future. So thank you so much for this honor. I'm incredibly humbled, and I couldn't have done it without my fellow partners here, so thank you.